Live from Chicago's NBC 5, this is NBC 5 News at 5 a.m.
The foreclosure rate is at its highest rate in 7 months. Scary for sure, but our next guest points out for some, you can turn this into a positive investing in the marketplace right now. Well, Lee Kiser of the Kiser Group is here to talk about it. Welcome. Thanks for being with us. You know, I think people right now just so difficult to get a loan and so afraid of real estate. But you're saying in certain conditions, this actually is a perfect time to look at investment property.
It is. Foreclosures are still up across the board. So it's keeping prices down. Banks are looking to unload many of these distressed properties they've taken back on their books. It's a great time to buy right now.
And how do you go about in the financing process? I mean, you have to have the cash. There's no way around that. Yeah,
the days of coming in with little to no money down are gone. So you do need to count on 20 to 30% down payment to buy an investment property, to buy a foreclosed condo, for instance, as an investment.
Now, what are you looking at in terms of the number of units? Are you suggesting these would be multi-unit properties? I mean, if you look in downtown Chicago, by the time you have your assessments and your taxes, some people say, boy, you know, you just can't get a positive cash flow. What's the best way to be able to get a better return for your dollar?
Well, there are economies of scale that certainly help. So if you're getting 3, 4, or more units, that's great. If you're not and you're just getting the one unit, make sure you're getting the right buy. Make sure you're putting enough cash down so that when the assessments kick in, when taxes go up, which they inevitably will do in Cook County, you have enough rent coming in from that investment to cover the expenses.
And where are you leading people now?
You know, really there are so many opportunities in the city. There's so much distressed property out there. Many investors right now are going more toward multi-residential buildings, so not just a foreclosed condo or a foreclosed single-family home, but a 10, 12, sometimes 20, 30 unit building. It's also foreclosed. There's a really good purchase. Right now, any area in Chicago is good if you're able to buy it at a low enough threshold relative to historic values that you're able to cover it with rent. It's a great trend, a great time right now, because although foreclosures are historically high, so are rents.
But isn't that, I'm just curious, if you're looking at a deal, how would you know what, I can make some money off this? Because you think if they're foreclosing, why aren't they making enough money on the increased rent to pay their costs?
That's why it's critically important, more so now than ever, to hire the right professionals to help you. Make sure you're working with a broker who understands the market, who understands the product type. Make sure you're hiring the right attorney to protect you in the contract. Make sure you have the right appraisal going into this, because you want to check everything out very thoroughly before making an investment today.
Okay. So good time to look, good time to buy, but watch it. Thank you so much for being with us. Appreciate it.